I never knew that doctors guessed your gender when you were born. So there's a viral TikTok going around. You can find it on Libs of TikTok on Twitter. It's a first grade teacher telling the students how cool and unique it is that he's transgender. And then he's going on to tell the kids how their gender is determined when they're born. Apparently, doctors, when you're born, they look at the baby and they take a guess to whether it's a boy or a girl. And most of the time, according to this teacher, they're right. But when they're wrong, that means you're transgender. Watch a quick video clip. I'll be right back.
So when babies are born, the doctor looks at them and they make a guess about whether the baby is a boy or a girl based on what they look like. And most of the time, that guess is 100% correct. There are no issues whatsoever. But sometimes the doctor is wrong. The doctor makes an incorrect guess.
So apparently there are doctors who, when a baby is born, they're just guessing. They're guessing to see what gender it is. As far as I'm concerned, this is a person who's gone to school for God knows how many years to become an OBGYN, to be able to deliver babies and look at them and know what gender they are. I always thought that if the baby had a penis, it was a boy, and if the baby had a vagina, it was a girl. But apparently that's not the case, because I guess some doctors are looking at these babies and just throwing their hands up like, oh shit, I don't know what it is. I guess we'll let the baby determine their own gender when they grow up. This is the kind of shit that's being taught to first graders. This teacher is one of the reasons why there's a law in Florida now for parental rights in education, because they want to shove this stuff down the throats of first grade kids. They're determined to teach their gender identity and sexual orientation because they feel it's okay because they've come out as trans. No one cares that you came out as trans. But these kids are in first grade. They're trying to learn the alphabet. They're trying to learn how to read, how to write. They could care less of a doctor determining the sex of a baby, which we all know is a very simple thing. Boy, penis, girl, vagina. End of story. There's no guessing after. Oh, that could be either or. I haven't really seen something that looked like that, so we're just going to let it go for now. We'll check off undetermined on the birth certificate. That's what this teacher is trying to tell these kids, okay? And then he goes on to say that the times that the doctors are right are when they say, oh, it's a boy, it's a girl. They're called cisgender. Apparently, cisgender is you're a man or a woman and you're straight, and that's a cisgender. But there's so many different genders and pronouns these days. I don't know what the hell they are. I'd have to study for months to figure out what all the friggin' genders that are out there
now.
now.
The doctor makes a correct guess. That's when a person is called cisgender. When a doctor's guess is wrong, that's when they are transgender. So I'm a man, but when I was a baby, the doctors told my parents I was a girl. And so my parents gave me a name that girls typically have and bought me clothes that girls typically wear. And until I was 18 years old, everyone thought I was a girl.
So as he was growing up, because he was a girl, everyone thought he was a girl. His friends thought he was a girl. His parents thought he was a girl. They bought him girl clothes and gave him a girl's name. But he always knew that he wasn't a girl, that he was a boy. But he had to wait until he was 18 years old to tell everybody, I got a secret. I'm not really a girl. And I'm sure they were all flawed, and people must have said, let me see what you got down there. If you're not a girl, let me see what you got. But he was determined to let everybody know that inside he was a boy, he was a man. And this is how he explained it, how he felt growing up until he was 18 years old. He felt like this.
Super uncomfortable for me because I knew that wasn't right. The way I like to describe it is like wearing a super itchy sweater. The longer you wear it, the itchier it gets, and the only way to make the itching stop is to have everyone see and know the person that you really are.
That's right. He felt like he had on a sweater that was so itchy, and he couldn't wait to take it off. Could not wait. He wore this sweater his whole life until he turned 18 and was able to take that sweater off, and he wasn't itchy anymore. He was finally who she really was. Are you freaking kidding me? But now, he, she, whatever it is, it's a man, I guess, wants to be a man. Do they know that men normally are hairy? So they may feel like they're itchy, like they grow hair on their chest, on their back. Now, apparently this person's taking hormones because he's got the little neck thing, beard, chin thing going on. But this is the kind of shit that's being taught in schools, and parents have no idea about it. Okay? How would you feel if your first grader came home and told you, hey, mommy and daddy, my teacher told us today that he grew up as a girl, but he's really a boy, and he felt like he had an itchy sweater on his whole life. And I can do whatever I want when I'm 18. So from now until then, if I feel different and I think I want to be someone else or a different gender, it's okay. Parents need to be outraged. They need to go to school meetings, school board meetings, write letters to the politicians, which we all know the politicians are on board with this, the progressives anyways. But this is the kind of shit that's being taught to grade school kids under the noses of parents who have no idea what's going on. Because I'm pretty sure that these little kids are just blowing this right off. They're not even comprehending what this guy is saying. They don't care that he wants to be a boy or he wants to be a girl. They want to make friends. They're trying to learn. Me, I was just waiting for snack time, okay? If my teacher said that, I would have been like, whatever. Like, they don't even know what this means. But they're determined to push this shit down kids' throats because that's all they got. That's how they stand out in society. That's how they become someone, by pronouncing to everybody that's out there, I grew up as a girl, but I'm really a man, or I grew up as a man and I'm really a girl. That's how they become somebody. They need to let everybody and anybody who will listen know about them and why they are the way they are. When, honestly, people don't give a shit. How many times do I have to say this? People don't care. Just act normal. You look like a dude. People probably won't even know that you were a girl if you didn't tell anybody. You look like a dude. You got a little bit of facial hair. You dress like a dude. You got hair like a dude. Yeah, your voice is a little light, but a lot of guys talk like that. Stop this nonsense. Stop this bullshit with this teaching little kids gender identity and sexual orientation. It's wrong. It's disgusting. These kids do not understand what you're trying to tell them. They're in school to learn how to read, how to write, learn the alphabet, make friends. If you feel that you need to teach this shit to kids, why don't you get a job as a high school teacher or maybe a college professor? Because those kids are a lot older, and most of them probably tell you to go screw yourself when you start telling them because they don't want to hear your nonsense. But I'm sure there's a lot of kids that will listen to you. Don't think because you're the teacher, you're in control of the class, you can talk about whatever you want, because you can't. It's wrong, it's disgusting, and parents need to be outraged. And this person, whoever he is, or whatever school district he's from, he needs to lose his job, or he needs to change his lesson plan altogether and stop talking about that shit the first grade kids because it's wrong. End of story, end of rant. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already liked this video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you do, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when another video is up and coming. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate all of you. I hope everybody's healthy and safe. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon with something else to go off on. Take care.